What's going on, light travelers? I'm coming at you from an undisclosed location with a little how-to for you guys today. Now, some of you may know that watch my channel, I use hiking poles whenever I go out, and I make my own. I use a few different materials, and this helps keep the cost down. They look kind of something like this. Now, recently on a trip, one of my hiking poles broke, which means that I need to make a new one. And that's lucky because y'all get to see how to do it. And I'll show you guys. It's pretty simple. You only need a few objects that you can get at most home improvement stores, just about any. I got these particular objects at Menards. You can probably get yours at Home Depot or whichever home improvement store is closest to you. So, a few different things that we'll use. Now, this is a variable object, as most of the stuff here is, but this is 3/4 inch round stock. I get this from the home improvement store, and you can find this at anyone near you. I personally prefer this, and you could use any width you have. They make 1/2 inch, inch, but this is 3/4 inch, and this is what I like to use. Now, I'm lucky because I'm 6'3". They cut this at 48 inches, which is 4 feet, and that's perfect height for me. You might have to cut it if you're a little bit taller, you're a little bit shorter. They also make it in longer variations and shorter variations, and you can even have them cut that at the store for you. Most places will do it for you. But I personally, about 6'3", so I can use these just fine. Now, we use a couple other objects to make this hiking pole, or make that hiking pole look like this one. And how we're going to do that is, first object we're going to use right here is a little furniture foot. Now, I've gone through a bunch of different types of these. These are 3M brand right here. They've lasted the longest, so I like these. They're made for to go on the bottom of chairs and stuff, like little furniture feet, as I was saying. These usually work for me. I've had these ones on there for about 6 months or so. Haven't had any issues. Another object that we're going to use is some sandpaper. Now, this is to get this sanded down right here. This stick of poplar round stock is pretty sanded down, but I want a little bit finer just to reduce some splinters, and also I want to do the edges right there just to make them a little less sharp. But if it's pretty sanded down for you, that step is a little bit more optional. Another optional step that you can do that I personally would recommend is some grip tape. So as you can see, this guy right here, it's got some tape on there. Now that helps a lot whenever I'm hiking. I got this particular grip tape from Amazon. I don't have it anymore, but I got this from Walmart. This is like Rawlings bat tape. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out together. So we're gonna try this out and we'll see if it's working or not. So, but other than that, we'll go ahead and get to work. Now, I don't have any clamps or anything like that. It'd probably help if you did. I make my own hiking poles.
Oh, very cool, man.
So I had one break on me at the Badlands a couple days ago. So that happens.
How was it out there?
Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty. Alright, now that we have our hiking pole nice and sanded down to a point where it's nice and smooth, and when we have our edges kind of rounded, we're going to go ahead and put our feet on there. Now, you can decide whichever side you want the feet to be on. Usually you don't really have to sand and curve the edges much. I personally am going to have this be my top, so I have it sanded down a little bit finer. You can take your foot and put it on whatever side, and then you just give it a little, and you're set. Next, we're going to apply our tape. I've never worked with this tape before, so bear with me. We're just going to go around, kind of like we're doing a baseball bat. Tape looks kind of dorky, but it was the cheapest one they had at the store, so I'm okay with that. kind of action. Now this next step here is completely optional. I just want to customize mine a little bit, so I'm going to spray paint them. Got 2 different colors here. I'm going to start off with this nice teal color. I have a favorite pair of socks that are New Mexico socks, and I want to have these match.